All right, I'm going to finish this up. Hopefully. Still have not tried the pressure flaker on it yet. Yeah. I'm afraid to nap anything major on this bad side, but I think it's getting closer to the good side. So maybe you have medium grade when we're finished. It was really bad, but now it's not so bad. This was really good, but it's not that good anymore. It's medium. I don't know. Before I start doing anything else, I'm trying to think of what kind of stem would be nice on this one. Just a leaf-shaped blade. I have a lot of luck just doing leaf-shaped blades. They're not only relatively easy, but they're very appealing to people. Okay. All right, let's get the tripod set up here so it doesn't fall over. Oh gosh. All right. Why did I end up doing the big tough one for the last thing of the night? I don't know. Glutton for punishment. If I try to do a small point now, I'll try to do a bunch of small points for the auction now. I'm going to be all tuckered out. Yes, sir. What am I doing? Where am I? Where did I go? Where's the symmetry? I still don't see it. No, I'm not going to make a wonky one. Like I said, when I do that, it's nothing but crickets. The nice people don't want to say anything, and the people that are not nice, they just change the channel, so just crickets. Okay. So we're reaching symmetry, kind of, sort of. Not like that. I need to leave some width on there. I'm just needing to regularize it. That's all right now. I got to remind myself. Symmetry in a little bit. Let's see where I'm at with the regular edges. It'll tell me where the best strategy would be. Tell me what the best strategy would be. Does that mean you're listening to the stone? Stone telling you what to do? Only to the extent where the good opportunities are. It's not going to tell me in what order, or how fast, or how forceful. It's a lot of variables. And even if the stone told me stuff, maybe I don't listen. Yeah. Maybe I go my own way. How about that? How about that? Golly. That's some tough stuff right there. Yeah. Let's see. Regularizing made me see that I'm going to have a hard time with this. Yep. Wonderful. Why do I say that? Well, I'm dipping down right in the spot where I should be up. I need to be up to run flakes across that, but it's dipping down. The edge is dipping down, which means I need to take flakes there first, so that the edge goes up, and then I can trim that. In the meantime, I should not, in theory, put any step fractures in there. And at the same time, not putting step fractures, I need to make sure that the little flakes don't end up being a bunch of dips like this one here. See that dip right there? I could easily do that on this other side if I'm not careful. They got to be smooth flakes. Okay. No dipsy doodle flakes. So far, that's good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Don't want to go to the islands. I already decided. Don't want to go. Yeah, that one's not too bad. I can live with it. If it ends up staying, I can live with it. Yeah, just like a stray cat, you know. If it ends up staying, you know, I can live with it. Yeah. Oh no, that I could tell that one didn't go anywhere, except to Cracksville. Incipientville. It's Incipientville horror. No, that's Amityville horror. No, it's Incipientville horror. Yeah. Don't give me no Amityville. It's Incipientville horror. Did it do it? Yes. All right. All done. Perfectly good. Next. Yeah. That was the major issue. Yeah, that's a major issue there too, but nah, it's not that bad. I can live with it. It's like a little stray cat, little kitten. I can deal with it. You know, it's not that nice to look at. Maybe it's a scruffy little stray cat, but I can live with it. Maybe it's only got one eye. Got into a fight. But yeah, it's okay. Of course, I'm going to take it to the vet, see if we can get it fixed. Yeah, like that. Why do I say like that? I'm not even on that one side. I took that off so I can utilize the edge to thin it down. And now the edge is turned more this way for me to send a flake in that way. Yeah? Little short one. Should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Should be. Should be squeezy lemons. We shall see it. If it's easy. Yep. Yep. Oh, exactly what not supposed to happen. Unreleased flake. What is up with that? That means it's a tough area. Yeah. That means that's why it stepped there to begin with. All right? Did it do it? Did it take off everything? Well, I got some interesting results on that one. Interesting. Luckily, not in a bad way. Almost kind of bad. We'll see. We'll see on the next strike. Clean it off. Make sure I got good metal. Good contact. Don't want any interruptions. Interruption. No interruption. Yes. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. Now the only thing to do is pick that off. Yes. Yes. That's it. I don't see no more issues. It's smooth. Smooth. And nice. Yes. Oh, this is all smooth and nice too, except for that little nauseator right there. Yeah. And it's a word in Flintknapper. In Flintknapper terms, that's a word for them Flintknappers. It's a nauseator. Make you nauseated. Nauseator. I'm just doing a bunch of in-betweeners. There's other names for these flakes, like blending flakes. But I like to call them in-betweeners because they're little wieners. Yeah. Rhymes with little wieners. This is like in-betweeners. Come on. Ah, you can do it. You can do it. There it is. Yeah, it's getting late. I'm goofing around with this. Okay. No more goofing. Nope. Here we go. This is serious. Yeah. Okay. Beauty. So nice to finally get smart enough to to buy a sander to sand my tooltips. Yep. I tried to stay with hand tools as long as I could, but it's so much nicer to have a power tool to speed things up. Oh yes. When I get back to my natural tool videos, I'm going to get back to torturing you guys with natural tool abraders. Oh yeah. But for now, so nice to have the power tools. And if you're brand new, Just go with the copper and the power tools. Don't worry about the steel and the aluminum or the wrought iron or anything like that. Just do the power tool copper thing in the beginning. And later on, start experimenting with natural tools if you want to go that way. So I recommend, yeah. Why? Because I learned that stress is not good for you. Yeah, well, what am you going to say? Well, what about all the stuff about being stronger after you go through struggles? You know, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. All that yada, yada, yada. Blah, blah, blah. Well, it is good to go through some struggle, but only if you're prepared for it. As a new guy, you're not prepared for the struggles. You're going to injure yourself or injure your brain. Too much stress will injure your brain, believe it or not. It takes time to repair that stuff in the brain. Not to mention, you might hurt yourself as far as your tendonitis goes. But if you're prepared for it, like if you already have some experience and you're ready for venturing into more difficult territory, you already know the symptoms and the signs of sore joints. You don't, even though you don't feel it right away, you know that you gotta back off if it starts to get really intense. Don't nap so much. Take it slow a little bit sometimes. Pace yourself. You don't know that as a beginner, unless you've already done some other similar types of things. Another sport, because Flintknapping is a sport. So I recommend starting with what everybody else is using for the most part. Not only because it does work, but another thing is, since everyone else is using it, it's not that hard to find someone to help you out with that particular tool or those particular types of tools and techniques. There's a lot of people that use that stuff. Copper machinery. Yeah. And they can tell you right away. They watch you nap, and they know what copper does, and you're not getting results. They know it's not the tool, or they know it is the tool. Either way, they know because they have experience with the same material. Almost everybody has experience with copper, so they'll tell you, yep, you don't got that tip hardened or sharpened enough. It's not the right shape. You're not pushing hard enough, or you're not pushing in the right direction. You got the wrong alloy. You got some strange copper on there. And the list goes on. They can pretty much tell you something's not right, if that's the cause of it. A lot of times, new beginners, new guys, it is them. And they're having lots of trouble with the stone. It's the stone too. It's not only you, well, it's part of it. It's also the stone. If you're trying to do what I'm doing with this stone right now, if you go, ooh, now I see the potential of that stone, I'm going to go out and get some of that and do the same thing he did. Yeah, same thing. Exactly. No. I mean, you can try. I'm not saying don't try, but you're not going to get the same results. Not right away. It took me hours and hours of pressure flaking practice just to get the hang of these pressure flakers to do heavy pressure. I'm doing heavy pressure in some of these areas. Some are easy to sharpen. like right here, this is easy. But I start getting down here toward the thicker areas, I need some heavy pressure, a little bit harder. And if I want to drive some flakes, it's even harder. It takes practice. Beef up those tendons, because my wrist was not doing well for weeks and weeks. Finally got adjusted. Yep, and if I start to feel the strain, I back off. Start doing small points. So I sharpened it all the way around, except for a couple spots. Pretty much. I'm starting to goof around, so I don't know if I should notch it. People don't like them anymore. I mean, they don't like them more notched than unnotched. It's about the same. But notching it takes time. Yeah. So from my perspective, if they are equally appreciated, notched or unnotched, I'd rather just leave it unnotched. Although I could do the symmetry a little bit better. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I think some people are getting a little bit bored with my reworking points. Reworking bifaces. But that's what most people have trouble with. They don't want to end up with a nasty biface like I'm reworking. They want to know how to make them better, how to come back to them and make them well, make them good the next time. So how do you approach reworking an old piece? Someone sometimes asks me that question: how do you go about reworking these old pieces? Is there a good way to do it? Because I don't know, just go into it at random. What do you do? I think I'm going to go rework some of my old pieces, even though I might not be ready because I don't got no more material. Yeah, I go at them at random at first, and then I start to see where I need to really focus. Hocus pocus focus. Yeah. All right, I'm just going to clean up this one side and I'm done. See, because this side is a little bit bulky right there. And it's bulky now because I took the edge back just to make it more symmetrical. And now I just got to clean it up, make it sharp. All right, just take off some flakes, make sure they don't end up with step fractures like that one. Right? Right. Yeah, still got a remnant. Oh well. Remnants are part of my household. Yeah. It's my party. I can leave the remnants that I want to. If I want to, I can leave them. Leave the little remnants. The little step fractures that rear their ugly heads. Oh yes. And they are ugly. Unless it's real, then it's beautiful. Yeah. I always mention that. Why? Because it bugs me a little bit. That's why. Bugs me a little bit. Here we go. Ooh, not good. Did it clean it? Yeah, I cleaned it off. Why did you abrade the other areas? Well, just in case. Yeah. Just in case. I like to take care of the problems right away. Oh, did I just install that step fracture? Yes, I did. Uh-oh. What was I thinking? I was thinking that was an easy area. was thinking that was an easy area to just run a simple flake. But I forget that that's the area that doesn't want to nap. Here we go. I get myself into these situations. Just leave it in. Just leave it. It was beautiful. Yep. Making it less and less beautiful. Okay. So yeah, weakened it by removing material from either side, and then I attacked the center. Weaken the flanks and then attack the center. Military strategy. Right? Right. It all translates into a military type strategy. If you want to, you can use military terms in Flintknapping. It's all attacking. You can either consider it a conflict or a conversation with the stone. Either way, some people have a conversation with the stone. They're at that stage where you don't need to fight with it. But some people, me included, will usually fight with it to some extent. So I use battle terminology. I'm wondering if I could use rhetoric terminology or linguistics when I was talking about Flintknapping. Linguistics terminology. I don't know. Gotta look into that and see. I wouldn't say that I'm a scholar of military battles, but I've studied a bunch. Oh yeah. Studied a bunch of battles, a bunch of tactics, a bunch of weaponry. These stone tools are weaponry. Oh yes. I think that's their primary use. Right? Not just butchering, but weaponry. All right, perfect timing. I did manage to get most of that stuff out to make it look beautiful again. Okay. And that's it for tonight. I'm hitting the hay. Yep. Okay. Let's see.